I'm ready now.
Coming to you from the Radio for One studios in Franklin, Michigan. Welcome to the Detroit Cast.
Big fan.
A show not just free of charge, but free of FCC regulations.
And what can we expect? Surprises!
Engineered by Jay Timko and produced by Eric Beatty. And without further delay, it's showtime. Please welcome the Detroit Cast. Here are your hosts, Mike and Jay.
Hey, welcome to the Detroit Cast with Mike and Jay on a Friday. We made it to Friday. Holy shit! Yeah, wow.
Another one down.
Yeah, another week in the books, right?
Moving the studio kind of mixed things up, man. Didn't it kind of
did.
feel? I don't know.
Does this complete our first
pace or
week?
something? Yeah.
Wow.
Another one down.
Another one down. Here we go.
One more closer till it's all over, Jay.
Plus,
We got
Eric keeps hitting his head all the time.
Yeah. For some reason, the thing's 100% identical to what it was before, but Eric cannot.
It's
avoid.
different sight lines, Jay.
No,
It's like when you have an
it's
outdoor
not.
hockey game or
It's
something.
actually not, dude. It's exactly the same.
No, different sight lines in here. It's open or more.
Okay.
Actually, it's a lower ceiling, so it should be tighter more.
Well, nonetheless.
Anyway, dare I say a big show today?
It's big.
Steve Gabarra's here. Technically our boss, basically.
I know. He's my boss on 2 occasions.
2 occasions, yeah. Did you ever have to reprimand Eric? Did you ever get to?
No, I tried.
All right.
Far away.
Yeah, good move. So do we. We do this, and then it's like, out with you. Anyway, it is a big show. Glad everyone's here. The whole team is here. Eric's here. Timko, K-Dog, Poos, of course.
The Poos is here.
We've got a giant boat to get to.
Big ass boat for sure.
Big ass boat, yeah. A little flogging going on in public. What do you think that happened here? No, of course it didn't happen here. We got the brownies. Remember the Girl Scouts and the brownies?
Sure. Cute little girls.
Yeah, we got an update on those. Cute little girls, adorable little monsters. We got some nut rage mixed up at birth. Toik, the world's we got a penis reduction surgery. Not Steve's, but we'll explain soon. Bob Simon.
Hold on, you got one of those phlegm bubbles again. You all right?
It's the pop. I never drink pop anymore. Can you believe Bob Simon died?
Yeah.
From 60 Minutes?
You know, he's to be honest, since I don't have cable, I know.
CBS is not cable.
Well,
Yeah,
here's
exactly.
the thing, man. Totally know who he is when I see him,
Yeah.
you know, but you throw out the name Bob Simon and you're like, what?
Well, it could be one of like 5 gray-haired guys that host 60 Minutes, but Bob Simon is a beast.
Yeah, when you read his resume, it's kind
Yeah.
of like, ugh, wow.
Yeah, he is no bullshit. He was killed yesterday in New York in a cab. He's working on a piece for 60 Minutes for this Sunday.
Ebola piece, I think.
Yeah, which seems a bit dated, but you know.
Is that still going on?
I don't know.
I mean, are we safe or?
Is a billion people going to die yet or what?
Yeah.
Someday. You were right there with me in the scare of it. Like,
was.
and I don't see you as being a person who really would be on the ledge.
This guy,
Yeah, I'm still shocked
What
that they
did
got their arms around that. I mean,
I guess
how
they
did
did,
that happen?
huh? I guess. Or, well, they kind of did, right? I mean, they're still dying over there. That's just not on American
Yeah,
soil, which is
so nobody-
all I care about.
It's sort of like
yeah,
the amount of concern kind of ran out because okay, now it's off our soil.
that's
Which
how.
I have to admit was my concern as well.
I know.
But
all I
yeah,
care
that's
about.
over there now.
Yeah,
So,
it's a them problem and a
Until it-
their problem.
Right. Until one more person comes back over here, then
why didn't they shut down the
My
travel?
God,
damn it.
Sorry,
I
we're
think-
all gonna die.
I think Jay's big thing at the time was I don't think we can take the nuclear option off the table.
That's where it all started. That is
You
where
were,
that
you were
started.
willing to nuke
Absolutely.
Africa.
I know.
Can you imagine
And now who
if Jay
cares?
was at the button?
If need be, I mean,
But
yeah.
now it's like no one cares. Like
Yeah.
now, if that would happen, now it would have turned out that you just nuked a country that.
No, I'll bet you it's just typical of the news cycle. The shit's probably still just as extreme over
Yep.
there.
I was just going to say
Oh, it
that.
is actually. I
People
think.
dying left and right.
Yeah,
Uh,
but
And no one cares.
Yeah, Sierra Leone and Liberia, right?
Yeah.
Probably just still hotbeds for it.
Yeah.
I think it is. I think you're right. But
Yeah.
I think Bob Simon was trying to reopen that story a little bit.
Was he pulling a Band-Aid off that wound?
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what happens to that story.
They're
They'll probably just do a big story on Bob Simon on Sunday, would be my guess.
Pretty vicious car crash, though.
Holy shit. Yeah, the driver is a guy named Rashed Abdul Fadahi. He was traveling about 40, 50 miles an hour in a 35 mile per hour zone. Sideswipes this Mercedes like C30, and then they say the car launches, takes off, and hits. They've got these one of those big metal dividers, and slams head into it at a great rate of speed. So they think, the investigators think, that this guy
Bob.
No, not Bob. Bob's driver.
Right.
The investigator. Right.
Go ahead.
What?
They think Bob hit the gas instead of the brake, which I don't know how that happens, but
Old people. What is that with old people?
Dude,
and not
I
knowing?
told you
It's
about my
not that old.
grandpa. I told you about my grandpa,
He's
the
old.
2-footed driver.
yeah, I could
And
see
he'd
it with a
get mixed
2-footed.
up. He'd get mixed up.
No,
Could be
but
that.
even when they're not 2-footed driver, a lot of times when you read those stories about the old people running into a store or
Like, wasn't
restaurant,
it you, Mike, that was in the restaurant? The guy
Right.
comes plowing through.
Yeah, right through the right through the wall.
That's a mix-up.
I
Brake
thought I
and
had the
accelerator.
gas. Or
Yep.
brake.
He had to go over a curb too.
I know.
Over a curb, sidewalk, boom, right through the front.
And the
And his dad, his son, who was waiting for him, was sitting right behind us.
And his wife's like, is that him?
You see knuckles on the steering wheel and a little bald head. It was like, ooh.
but when you're old like that, you just gotta walk away, and it's like, what are you gonna do? He's
Yeah,
old.
kind of dust himself off. And,
Crazy. I don't know what I'm doing.
Who put that wall there?
Back when I was growing up with
Yeah.
a wire.
Yeah, it was funny. Although, now that I say that, when I was living in Lansing and working at the Edge, 92.1
When you were
the Edge.
when you were the Beagle.
No, well,
Right
part
down
of it.
on MAC, right?
Right on MAC Avenue, next to the Small Planet. God damn it, son! Derek was over, and I had my hog,
Sure.
which was a glorified moped. But I had my hog that I.
It was not a
Told him how-
glorified
Was it-
moped.
what
It
was
was
it?
a moped.
But it had to be
So it's a
registered as a
fucking
motorcycle.
moped.
It was
So
not
wait-
a Honda Spree.
Wait a minute. So
In
when you
fact,
were
it
working
was.
at the station in Lansing, I just picture a young Walter is working hot shot at the radio station, driving his moped into the
Dude,
studio.
I had a car too, fucker.
Okay.
I just lived down the street. And it was like there was never parking, so
No,
someone was selling stolen mopeds for like $75. It was
Really?
awesome. It was fucking awesome. I'd park it in the building at work. I'd grab a case of beer, throw it between my legs, and go home. So anyway, there were always parties like on the
Right.
street. Those streets and those neighborhoods. I mean,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just ragers every night because it's just filled with college kids. 3 of my roommates were enrolled at Michigan State at the time, and Derek was up there with me, and he wanted to take the hog for a spin. He's hammered drunk, and it's like, absolutely, great idea, take the hog. And he's sitting there and he's fucking around on the lawn, and he lost control of it and just hammered on the gas over the curb, over the neighbor's curb, and fucking launched in the air and planted my hog on its tailpipe in the lawn across the street. He's laying on the ground just laughing his balls off. And the fucking moped is stuck in the tailpipe in the grass.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I guess that's a case of someone.
Wow.
And he was
Mixed
young.
up.
He would have been 23 years old at the time. And
In that moment, your brain gets confused, and
yeah, it was like, let go. I'm like yelling at him, let go of the gas. He's like,
that's why those kids on jet skis and wave runners freak the shit out of me on the lake. You see a little 11-year-old
Oh yeah, I'm
girl
sure.
and her little sister,
Yeah.
flying around the lake on these things that can do like 80. And you
right.
just wonder, if things get rough, how are they gonna react to that?
Yeah, right. And we've seen pretty bad consequences
Oh, yeah.
at times, but you see that with adults too. So anyway, that Simon was, they said he suffered a broken neck, severe stomach injuries, head trauma. Rescuers had to cut the mangled vehicle to get him out. He was rushed to the hospital, went into cardiac arrest en route, and was pronounced dead.
No seatbelt, huh?
No seatbelt.
No, really? Come on. I don't understand.
In a cab, though. I mean, do a lot
That's
of
what I
people
was
wear
gonna
them?
ask you,
Yeah,
man.
shit.
It
you're
is
right.
sort of this weird in between thing. I would never get in anyone's car without putting on my
Right.
seatbelt,
But
but
in
you
a
do.
cab-
You get in a cab, and it's like,
I'm not. You're right. You don't really, do you?
no.
That's fun. Yeah, you're right.
Is there any part of you? And this
Why is
more-
that? Because it's probably the one place
I
you
know,
should, right?
You're right.
These
Well,
fuckers are
school
crazy.
buses.
School buses too. That kills me, man.
I mean, dude, think about it. You got children packed
it's
onto a
all about
bus.
the escape, though. Should something happen, they don't want anybody
Trapped
tied
in
in.
there.
Yeah, trapped in as the thing's burning. They want kids to be able to be mobile and get out.
Yeah,
And they figure
and those
they-
things
they
are
weigh
built to. They're built to sustain certain types of impact and
like
stuff.
a tank, I guess. I mean, they look
Yeah.
like tanks.
Yeah.
I watched it roll away the other day with my kid going, oh my God, man, that thing's a friggin' tank.
Yeah.
You know, just these 2 axles and this big
I
ass
know, right,
body
right.
of a
Mm-hmm.
structure. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I thought of E when I read this story. What?
Nothing.
Because part of me went, hey, what? He was 73 years old. I mean, he had a good run, right?
You know? Yeah.
I mean, how horrible. It's a horrible loss. It's awful. I'm a fan of Bob Simons, but I couldn't help. In my head, it was like E going, wow, he had a good run. Better him than me. You know, at least he's
Yeah.
old. He's old
It's
anyways.
true.
You know?
You know what's funny, dude? This is off subject, and I don't remember who the guy was talking about, but there was an ESPN. I was listening to radio on the way home last night, and I don't remember who he was talking about. It was right at the end of the guy's show, and he had some friend that he was an ex-NBA player, but played for 13 years. I don't remember his name, but he's having a hard time right now. I guess he had a heart attack. He's close, and he kind of sat there and said, like, "I've been a great friend, and I want to hope he's doing well, but I hope I hope I don't have to give him, wish him a good life." The point is, he was making this big deal about saying, like, I hope this isn't the last time, and I hope I never have to do. He's gonna die sometime. I just kept thinking, like, dude, your friend is going to die sometime. Like, there's gonna be a time in your life where you're gonna have to say, yeah, it sucks, he's dead.
Yeah.
Like, he's acting like it's not gonna happen. It was just really weird to me. Like, he's just like, I hope I don't have to be saying this tomorrow. I'm like, yeah, but
If your point is that everyone's going to die, it's well taken.
yes, that is my point. And you're right. He is old. Like, I mean, whatever. He had a good life, a good run. I mean, I think after 70, you're just, you're playing with house money after 70.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you're playing with house money.
I agree. I
Really, in
often say-
2015, you feel like that? Like,
Still.
Oh, you think I'm going to make it to 70?
no, not you.
Come on.
You're like a friggin' unicorn. You're different, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about normal
I think
people.
after 70, I think you're
Who have
playing with house money.
Yeah, you already won. You're in bonus time at that point.
It's definitely not a
Anything you get over
tragedy
70.
after 70. I'm sorry. I mean, maybe it's a tragedy in the sense
I
that
feel like I'm already in bonus time. Like anything that happens to me from here on out, I was like, he had a good run. I guess
Yeah.
it's all made it that far.
It's all relative.
You know-
though. If the person is active and doing stuff like he is, I mean, that dude's going strong. He's doing the lead story on 60 Minutes.
well, no, that
How
doesn't
can
mean
you
it's not.
say he's in bonus time, man?
It's not a no. I mean, you can say it's maybe a tragedy in the sense they had a great life, and while this, he's still working. But yeah, he's still on bonus 70. Man, you could fall down and break your hip and get an infection and die at 70. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
Oh, sorry.
he looks back at Gabara. Oh, sorry for saying something about a hip.
there's audio out there of Bob Simon. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
elective. That's right. There's audio of Bob Simon talking to some guy. I think it was after he was kidnapped in Iraq. Yeah, and spent 40 days. He wasn't able to shave, and he's got that beard. You'll see pictures of around of it. But he's talking to someone over there about the Middle East and their troubles, and he's like, how do you get by in life knowing that there are missiles pointed at you on a daily basis and all this threat? And he's like, it's part of daily life for us. He's like, same could happen to you. You could be driving around New York City and get into a car accident and die tomorrow.
No shit.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, but the chances of that are really rare. I mean, you've got missiles pointed at you. He's like, what are you gonna do? And it's like,
Wow.
holy shit. Yeah, you could probably find the audio out there, but that's pretty bad.
Regular Mike Walters out there calling the shot.
Yeah, really.
That's right. The Super Bowl you're
It was
talking
the Super
about?
Bowl. That was kind of a small callback, but
No, it wasn't. We all got it. So yeah, terrible story. I don't mean to make light of it at all, but because like I said, I am a fan of Bob Simons, but well, on to other stories, right?
Right. Life goes well. Life goes on for some.
We've talked a lot about obviously we were introduced to the penis reduction surgery with our friend Steve here. Godspeed. I'm glad things are going well. He went in and had a little hip work done while he was under, but
Yeah,
What do they just throw that in there? I mean, you're already getting the penis.
yeah, might
reduction.
as well while you're under. And then this story comes out. I mean, somebody must have kept that on the down low because they're claiming this is the actual first world's reduction
What?
surgery. Yeah,
What? Wow.
I know. 17-year-old boy.
No.
17-year-old
Listen
boy.
how
This
hung this
kid.
dude is.
Fuck
Listen
this
to this.
kid.
He's undergone the world's first reduction surgery. He was he requested the surgery after his penis grew too large, restricting his ability to have sex or play competitive sports.
How large? Oh shit! You're playing a lot of competitive sports over there, Steve.
The surgeons were shocked when this kid came in complaining that his noose was too big. When flaccid, it measured almost 7 inches in length.
Well,
You want to see it, by the way?
Sure.
I mean,
but isn't that underage porn? 17? Like
Is it an
it's
MRI?
it's medical. Yeah,
it's
I
medical.
think it's an MRI, man. Wow, that's a weird looking dong.
Yeah.
So 7 inches. How big?
God, it looks like an eggplant.
I think I'll have to draw so you know. So here, let me see it. Well, I can point it out here in this picture. What you're looking at here, this is his thigh,
Right.
and this is his buttocks.
Oh!
Right.
Oh!
It's bigger than his thigh.
It's an eggplant, man.
Oh!
You want to grab that story, Jay? Yeah, it was 10 inches around. So,
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
How many centimeters?
I don't know.
the surgeon says there comes a time in every urologist's career that a patient makes a request so rare and impossible to comprehend that all training breaks down and leaves physicians speechless. That question, can you make my penis smaller? He said the teenager had suffered from severe bouts of priapism, which is the unwanted erection, due to having a condition in which abnormally shaped blood cells block vessels in the penis, causing it to swell. These episodes left his penis bloated and misshapen.
Doesn't it kind of look like a big boob hanging there?
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, with a nip
It's like
on
a
the end
little
of it.
nip on the end, doesn't it?
God, can you imagine? Like, where is this kid from? Is it from
Yeah, Florida.
Florida? Can you imagine like going back to school and like people?
Dude, if you had that, you'd want it reduced. Would
No,
you
no,
not?
that's not what I'm saying though. Like, it'd just be funny to go back to school and all these kids like, there's that. His penis was so big, he had to get right.
He's like, it reminds me of that dude in the, what was the commercial?
Oh, the Cialis? Or?
No, was it Equitas?
Oh, where that guy had it had nothing to do with it, right? The guy was just sitting in
Yeah,
the
the guy's
background.
just sitting there in the
Oh,
background.
yeah.
Is fucking, you could just tell he had a humongous dong. And nobody ever seemed to notice it in
How
post.
did nobody
He edited that
notice
commercial.
that? How many?
I don't know. You guys noticed it immediately when I put it. I was like, holy shit. So this kid apparently said going to school was really difficult when he wore pants due to his large and heavy phallus. He was embarrassed about how visible it appeared underneath regular clothing. His
Why?
penis was so large, it did not grow when he had erections. It merely became firmer.
Yeah, that ain't right, man. You don't want that. Nobody wants
Don't you
that.
think that even with this reduction, don't you think it still would get him a lot of ass just because girls would want to see?
Yeah, that might be the case. People want to see it. But man,
Yeah.
it looks like there's a lot of work. There's a lot of work to be done there to create something usable and of
How do
normal
they-
shape. That it honestly looks like an eggplant.
Yeah.
How do they do this exactly?
And what you're going for there, E, where it's like, chicks might want to see it. At that point, they're laughing at you, not with
Right.
you, probably.
Yeah, what do you do? Take a carrot peeler to it and just pare it down until it's
Sort of. You're not far off. The surgeon sliced along an old Cirque scar and unwrapped the skin of the penis and cut out 2 segments of tissue from either side. It was a bit like having 2 side tummy tucks. He spent 2 days in the hospital and then came home ecstatic. The teenager or the doctors did not take final measurements of the penis, but Dr. Carrion said the result was generous.
Can you imagine? I mean, how sore? God. I mean, we
What-
talked about E's flamed out.
I think it'd
nuts
be
yesterday.
way worse to go through what E went through.
Yeah, just
way
the
worse.
overall burning of every inch of the thing.
The slightly longer and slightly thicker than the average male, but it now looks symmetrical.
I love how he's like, yeah, doc, I wanted to come down, but still keep me just,
Yeah.
just above most.
Don't butcher me here, man. It looks cosmetically appealing. God, this doctor sounds like he wants to suckle on it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Oh,
See, he doesn't
yeah,
even
it's-
look like
it's
he has
very
a
good.
cut head there.
No, it's just
There's
blood
a
gone.
lot of work to be done on that. I'm sorry. I don't believe this could be done in a single surgery.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, it looks appealing that he has no problem having normal erections and has full sensation now.
Glad to hear it. I'm frankly shocked that this hasn't happened before. This is the first one on record. You know what I
In
mean?
the States, this probably goes on in weird
that's-
spots.
Yeah,
in
you know
the
what I'm
world.
saying? I mean, weird shit happens to bodies all the time. How long have we been here? You know what I mean? That somebody in the last 200 years wouldn't have wanted this.
Yeah. Well,
I get it. You wouldn't want to go under the knife 200 years ago for this, but
no.
you know, some sort of reduction of that looks medically necessary to me.
Yeah.
That does not look safe. It doesn't look healthy.
He said it looked like an American football.
Oh my God, an American.
And the doctor said that since he posted this story in the Journal of Sexual Medicine, he's only had one other person approach him to request the same surgery. The second man seems to have a naturally large penis. Because there's nothing unusual in his medical history, it doesn't seem like there's any real abnormality in his case. They didn't use my name. No, they didn't. That's what I was going to say.
Kapara's name.
Yeah, they kept you off the books, but yeah, they do make reference to you that there was another man. He was absolutely fine, but it was just like I don't know what to do with this thing. It's killing me, man.
Just a caring lover. He just wants his partner to be wants his partner to be more comfortable. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
It's brutal.
Maybe.
No, I get it, man. That's a strange circumstance that you'd want to reduce it, but I just can't believe this is the first one in 2015.
Yeah. Well, more to come, maybe.
There's people out there cutting off their nuts, just freaky,
crazy people.
Yeah.
Mm.
There's people out there turning that inside out, becoming a chick. You're telling me this is the first penis reduction?
Yeah.
I mean, there's crazy ass people out there.
I know, but this is the first on record reduction that they'll talk about anyways.
Weird.
Yeah. It does look weird, doesn't it? It looks like that monkey. Remember that monkey that had the
that bulbous nose?
That bulbous nose, and it had raging hard-ons 24 hours of the day, every day of its life.
Yeah.
It does kind of look like that. You're right.
It looks like that nose, doesn't it?
No, and by the way, when I said like, oh, girls, you think girls would want to see it, I didn't meant more not pre-surgery. I meant even post-surgery. I bet he could still get. Okay,
I hear you.
Okay,
yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy's just.
Show his rod. Do you have any with his rod?
Oh, Jesus, I don't want to.
What? Just for context.
For context.
Yeah, dude's nude all the time and erect. It's an amazing story when you think about it.
I don't think you need it for context.
A naked, erect penis.
God,
when's that pigman gonna start?
There he is.
Anyway?
Look at him. Look at my man. Look at my man.
God,
They're like Cyrano de Bergerac. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
The guy with the nose?
Ugh, You're right, man.
That's supposed to be attractive. It's a panous. You have one. You beat it every day. What are you talking about?
I know, but I don't need to see the monkeys for context.
Look at that face. Look at that little poos.
No, you want to see a poos, dude?
Yeah.
Somebody sent I think it was a lemur today. Oh my God, was this thing cute? Fuck Facebook. Damn it. Where is it? Yep. There he is.
A lemur.
I think it's a lemur. Look at this little guy.
Whoa!
He's got his arms in the air and they're scratching his belly.
Oh, no way.
Scratch my belly. Get me under the armpits. Look at that poos. Look at him. Is that a lemur? I think it is. It's God, is that awesome? Yeah, we need one of those, Mike.
Yeah. Let's reroute Kickstarters.
Look at the little guy. He just needs to be tickled.
Look at him.
Oh my God.
Where do we get one of those?
Isn't that great?
Can we pick one of those up tomorrow?
Maybe. Yeah, you're going out tomorrow, right?
I don't think.
Oh, well, wow, Mike's leaving the house.
Yeah,
for Mike's
I'm not happy about it.
You're choosing tomorrow out of all the times you're gonna leave. It's gonna be.
But
we need one of these. Yeah, go get one of these. God, look at that little man.
Spanish teacher. Little toy action. You guys ready for another toy action?
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
28 years old.
Perfect.
Right?
Perfect.
Muy bien.
Middle school teacher. Surrendered to police after allegedly sending texts, explicit photos, and videos of sex acts to a 14-year-old.
Ay caramba. Wow, man. 14?
Yep.
Perfect. Well, that's gonna.
She's gross, so check her out.
Okay.
She's gross.
Jay
Like,
so, I don't trust Jay.
She's a gamer. Are you
don't-
kidding me?
I don't
She's
trust
gross.
Jay at all.
I'll tell you in a second.
Okay.
Yeah, you shouldn't, because she's not gross.
No, Jay. Look, I understand why
Standards
Jay
are ridiculous.
Right, his thing
No.
with hotness, I get it, but he really has girls where I'm like, come on, Jay.
And the point of these stories is not to find the hottest chick on the planet that you're going to marry or something like that. This is a chick has to be hot enough that you'd bang her as a 14-year-old.
I know.
I mean, the standard is very, very low at that point. It really is. So you're super critical to these women.
Right, that's the thing. Of fucking 14.
I don't call most of them out. I get it. I understand. I accept that. This one though rubs me the wrong way. I don't like her, man.
All right. Whitney Fetters is her name. Espanol teacher in Oklahoma. Police moved in after it emerged that Fetters was planning to invite the boy over to spend the night with her while she was house sitting on February 13th. What
Awesome.
day is today?
February
12th?
13th.
Or Friday. It's today.
Yeah, because
This was supposed to go down today. Tonight.
Valentine's is tomorrow.
So yeah, she was going to get some drugs, some alcohol, and bring this dude over for a little 14-year-old.
Oh,
Yeah,
awesome.
it's supposed to go down today. You know what happened?
What?
His bitchy little mom found the text,
come on.
searched through his phone, and fucked up the whole
Bullshit.
plan. Cock blocker.
At least let it go
What a cock
through
block.
and then call her. You know?
I know. Yeah.
Give him a little
I mean, that's the greatest gift you could give your kid. You find something like that out, you let the thing play out, and then you arrest her. Whatever.
Jay, if you're the dad and you catch these texts,
Don't you dare, Jay.
Of course you shut it down.
Oh,
Dude,
God,
you're
damn
a
it.
monster. You're not
Jay.
even human.
No, like Jay doesn't love
You
his
call
kids.
yourself a father who loves his son? You do
Yeah.
that to Russ?
Wow.
Wow.
You don't love your kids.
Son
Jay.
of a bitch. I can't believe the Jay I grew up with would have said the exact opposite.
Hold on.
You think this girl is
She is
gross?
a pig woman.
Are
She
you
looks like the pig
serious?
woman. Look at her.
Are you
She looks like
fucking-
the
I know.
pigman's wife,
Okay,
doesn't she? There's
got-
something a little
she's
piggy
got-
about her, isn't there?
She's got it. Well, she does
Yes,
kinda-
she does.
She does got to have a piggy face.
That's right.
She's got some pig features, but that's beside the point. You're
What, dude?
14.
She looks like
14
Porky
years old?
Pig, man. Porky
It's the
Pig.
nose.
Yep.
Oh, that's unfair.
Yeah,
that's
not-
unfair. Don't give us the
How about-
Oh,
no.
oh.
She looks like a
not
pig.
bad,
a
not
pig
bad.
woman.
I'm telling you, you're 14.
Yeah.
You're 14.
Well, I mean,
She's your 28-year-old teacher.
yeah. Ooh, she is. Go to that bait. Ooh. You're right, though. I still say as a 14-year-old, you're hell yes. But yeah, ooh, this picture. Ooh.
Really? Really, E?
She's not that attractive. No, I would have said that. No, see if you would listen ever. I have said this to Mike all the time. Yeah, this girl, I would not want to. Like, that's not my deal here, but I'm not going to say no, obviously.
Yeah, it'd be
Like,
tough as a 14-year-old turning down anything, honestly.
Yeah. So it was supposed to go down tonight. They were supposed to get high and have some sex. This was going to be the day of his life.
And his mom shut him down.
Yep.
Imagine that.
Oh,
They met when he was 12. Police say and this is kind of what you've talked about, Jay, with technology. Police say it started out as an innocent exchange, texting, took a turn in December when the student allegedly began sending sex and videos of sexual acts.
Jay.
Fetters allegedly sent the teenage boy nude photos of herself. So they start out like, "Hey, how you doing? What's going on? By the way, you're hot."
Yeah. She
And
has
then-
a couple glasses of wine, and all of a sudden, I think I'll
He's
text
not
back
bad.
Johnny, you know?
He's texting like they're shirtless shots of himself. Well, you're hot. And so she starts going
Jay.
back. I mean,
He just dangles
When you
the
talk-
line out there. Look at
Yep.
it, man, at
Yep.
12.
When you talk about the internet the
14,
other day
14.
about being good or bad, like I don't know about that for the evil, the other stuff, but this is all happening because of texting.
Oh, yeah.
It is all
Yeah.
because of texting.
Yeah, I'm not sure we had the conversation on air, but we've talked a couple times about like, is the
Oh,
internet unbalanced, good or evil? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it
Well,
was
we-
after this. It was after the interview with
We're talking about child porn.
the child porn, and man, that's a tough argument. I mean, obviously, our world would be a much different place economically and shit
Mhm.
like that. But dude, there is some shit going on that just
it's
wouldn't have been introduced to our world.
it's made things
Without
much
it.
easier.
Of course,
And
Google
this-
searches alone have made things
but
so
think about how that
easy.
can change somebody's, I don't know,
Well,
whole upbringing. You
and
know what
that's
I
the
mean?
thing,
As
Jay.
an
Oh my
11-year-old,
God.
boom, all of a sudden you see a fist doing that. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And imagine how that changes your perception of things and your whole outlook on.
And Jay, I
life
don't
as-
even think-
as you go forward and see these things and over and over and over, and you're battered with them, and how different your mind is by the time you're 20.
I don't even think, Jay, that porn stuff necessarily is why these kids are going after the teachers and stuff. But I do think it's a part of it. But it's what you're saying.
No,
It's
that's
the
a
same thing of
different- yeah.
growing up. Like you got middle school kids who have an iPhone. So you just have texting is so emotionless. It's so, and you're not an 8, like I didn't have texting until I was at 20,
It's risk
21,
free,
whatever.
man. It's risk free.
Yeah.
Throw a text out there. Cast a line. Why
Yep.
not?
Yeah.
It's like,
think about like how do arguments progress nowadays? Remember when we were